I don't like strangers.
They say which... What you want? Oh.
I was looking for... Let's do this.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as you can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Hey! You're a lightweight! What you want?
Let's do this.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as you can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Damn the dogs! The old man got me! I need to eat. Build up a bit.
Who's my feelings? Huh?
I'd put him in their place.
You're all talk. Prove it. I doubt anyone would stop ya. Did you hear?
Got strength enough for another round.
Always.
Now you're talking. We don't need to look for the scoia'tail. Cut the level down one by one and we'll finally have peace.
You go after the women, then relish killing the elven brats. So, the brats turn into squirrels, and once the women are gone, there'll be no more brats.
Stop talking bollocks or I'll go!
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
You're weak!
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Got strength enough for another round.
Or what?
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as you can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
This one. A little elf was skipping down the path.
You're weak!
And along came the dwarf back.
Greetings.
Plough all, plough all. Oh, you are.
What you want, old man?
I was looking for a rematch.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
Hey!
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
Got strength enough.
Or what?
So long as you can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it.
You!
Here for less than 10 orens.
Always.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the Commandant provided it all.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 orens.
You!
Good day.
What you want?
I was looking.
Damn the dogs! The old man got me! I need to eat. Build up a bit. You're all talk. Prove it. I doubt anyone would stop ya. We're too soft on them, that's the problem. Soldiers are bored. The garrison's steady.
Now you're talking. We don't need to look for the score you tell. Cut the level down one by one.
God's strength.
Alright. You go after the women, then relish killing the elven brats. So, the brats turn into squirrels, and once the women are gone, there'll be no more brats.
Stop talking bollocks or I'll go.
I hate mutants like you.
I know.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one. A little apple skipping down the path. Travel. Along came a dwarf bag, kicked him in the arse. Travel. Oh, you are?
Yes? Do we wait until the Honourable Lady is done with the Venerable Egg?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that...
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
Our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Laredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Laredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck!
Alright, I'll distract the guard, you sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
You like a song? Care for some real diversion?
Soldier, report to me immediately. Haven't had this good a time in ages.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier! Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the King's galley.
Apologies, sir. I didn't realize.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally!
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what had happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate, and nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo then. If you're telling the truth, your vet's got royal blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think later. And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war, and you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when your vet sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do?
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly, I don't know what keeps them here.
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they face in the forest. But I grant you, those acts of, insubordination need to be stopped. Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a Scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourably at the elf who sells your white-coloured kerchiefs. You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going. Yorvith's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler. How do we get him? I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I have an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port. What's on the barge? You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as
their infamous leader joins them, the cherry on the cake and Bernard Laredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorvith remains free, humans, elves, and dwarves will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorvith.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You can start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kayran has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post is losing revenue. Kill the Kayran and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorvith.
I'm a Witcher. I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the Scoia'tael commander, and you'll be rewarded generously, straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
You stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell! Any news for me?
I guess you're finding it hard to get rid of Yorvith.
He's stubborn, it's true, but he's made his match. And I'm not about to leave Flotsam to the same fate as the other towns and villages the Scoia'tael have burnt to the ground. The citizens of Flotsam owe the elves nothing. They built their homes and workshops with their own hands in the wilderness, not on the ruins of an elven town. If need be, we'll remind the Longies where they belong.
Entry only on the Commandant's express orders. Off you go. No passage.
Haven't had this good a time, eh? You know this one. A little apple skipping down the path. Plow, plow, along came a dwarf and kicked him in the arse. Plow, plow, oh you are fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plow, plow, do that again, and I'll fuck you mum. Plow them all.
No passage! Did you hear? 2 big shots arrived. Wonder what they want.
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
You know this one.
What happened?
You neglected to mention the regiment of guards. They caught me.
Lucky we're all in mourning. I mean, otherwise they would have hung you on the spot.
Oh, do that again, and I'll fuck him up. Plow them all.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
Turn me away at the door, the bastard.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch.
Lads, I was thinking about
A notice board. Might find something interesting here.
Not really. The more time we can serve my country. I want to be a cheesemonger.
Damn, that was close! Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Marigold! Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be alright. Good to see you in your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor. Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimball and Count Marivel, I bet.
Among others. After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in the field near Lavlat Castle to choose a new ruler. 3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the great eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They were invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimball would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No, it ended as usual. Sadly, John Tallis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
And during the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavlat Lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure.
I think I heard it. The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the Lavalettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. No heading, Zoltan.
The Bregenrigs broke off the engagement because some little prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be Popper refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. And keep where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grandmaster died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakau's, and as a gift for Eudora, a J-stone as big as my fist.
You were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the wrecking rigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. And that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have had a pen drop. Old Brecon rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, girls, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Brecon says, then proceeded to slop 2 full bowls of the shite. Oh, God. Oh, his mind came out of his head.
Since when have you worked for Roche?
Hey! Nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania, now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Even me, Kayran. You play the spy but get bored and torment. You know how he is.
Foltest's killer lay in wait in a tower where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute. What were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He left Foltest with his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. You're the Scoia'tael waiting a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
Come on, nearly got him! Come on, a bit more! Choose your grip!
What's up, sorceress, are you?
Where's this beast?
Ask her!
Geralt.
I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here! Birds of a feather!
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish! The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel!
Sozek's alive, and nowhere near the depths. The monsters vanished without a trace.
You best take us seriously, lest you vanish without a trace.
All right, what happened?
I I came to Flotsam to kill the Kayran.
Kayran?
The monster that has effectively blocked the port. A moment ago I had the good fortune to see it in all its splendour, but the local folk scared it away.
Good fortune? You hear that, Sozek? That was some good fortune for you.
Why's the beast in the port all of a sudden, eh? Summoned by the witch, perchance?
To see it in all its splendour.
And which of you is ready to help the sorceress fight the beast?
Why us? Huge it is! Big as a mountain!
Then why get angry at someone who's willing?
Well, 'cause...
We'll tend to the Kayran, the sorceress or I. Maybe we'll do it together. We'll draw it away from the port beforehand so as not to endanger the likes of you.
Well, I hope you succeed. I've no preference for who does it, witch or witcher. Just kill the whoreson and the whole town will be grateful.
I apologise for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanseville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients? Triss Merigold, sharp as ever.
You're thinking that?
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed. Oh my, your sense of humour seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf, formerly a squirtle. Strange bird, but he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation, witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.